I'm so excited for today's episode, Nurturing the New World, Waves of Freedom. We're moving into a season of soft power, of emotional maturity, and sacred slowing down. I'll be sharing the omens I received for this month and how they've revealed a deeper invitation to live from frequency, not force. We're going to unpack some of the cosmic alignments of June and offer you a creative embodiment ritual to guide you back to your own divine knowing. So, if you are ready to soften, flow, and rise, this episode is for you. So, let's begin with a short grounding meditation to set our energetic container. I invite you to place your hands on your heart and close your eyes if it's safe to do so. And begin to breathe deeply into your lower belly, letting the breath stretch you open. Not with force, but just with a gentle invitation. Feel the rise and the fall of your breath like waves. Inhale, expansion. Exhale, surrender. And with each breath, drop deeper into presence. Let your jaw unclench. Maybe soften your shoulders a little and let your spine feel supported, as if the earth herself is holding you. And feel your energy land in this moment. Let go of the noise, the pressure, the performance. You are here and you are enough. So now I'm going to pull a card from my deck and share what's come through for us today. I pulled it earlier and it's interesting. The one that came through was card number 3, and it's called Divine Intelligence. And what it reads is that you are not separate from divine intelligence. You are divine intelligence, expressed in form. Let that land for a bit. You are divine intelligence expressed in form. Oh. And this vast, infinite field surrounds you. It moves through you and it responds to your intention. It's not reserved for the few or the chosen. It lives within your cells, within your bones, and encoded into the fabric of your being. And that wisdom, it doesn't shout, it whispers. It arrives in a lot of those subtle nudges, the quiet knowings, the perfect timings, and the sacred synchronicities, my ultimate fave. And these are the things that remind you that there's order in the chaos, there's beauty beneath the surface, and truth beyond the noise. So you're being called to attune, to listen, to trust the still, unwavering voice within you. And the more you honor its presence, the more clearly it will speak. So let this be the moment you remember who you truly are. A vessel for intelligence that is both cosmic and intimately personal. And the affirmation that comes with this is, I am aligned with infinite intelligence, guided toward my highest good and soul's true purpose. And you know what, reflecting on this card pull and June's monthly forecast, the message of divine intelligence is the perfect guide for our theme, nurturing the new world. So it begins to remind us, right, that the new world we're birthing isn't built through external effort or mental control. It's created from within. It's from that soft power of attunement, trust, and inner listening. You know, in the old paradigm, wisdom came from the outside. It came from the experts, from systems, from strategies. But in this new world, the blueprint, it lives in your body. And divine intelligence, it's not separate from you. It is you. It's the quiet pulse of the truth beneath the noise. It's the frequency that guides your next step, not with that pressure, right? But with this beautiful presence. And so this card invites you to nurture, to really nurture that inner connection, to trust those subtle knowings, the ones that whisper, and say, rest, or take this path, or maybe not yet. That is the language of a higher order. And it reminds us that attuning to our own inner rhythms, it's a sacred remembrance. And this is how the new world is formed, not through force, but through frequency. So as you move through June, let this card be your anchor. Let it affirm that your body's needs, your emotional tides, your intuitive nudges, they are intelligence. And when you honor them, you're building what's next, one wave of wisdom at a time. So let's talk about this through the energetic lens, right? So this month we're tuning to nurture over hustle. So it's not about adding more, it's about simplifying, it's about softening, and it's about surrendering to what's truly nourishing. And when I attuned to this month's message, I was using the Celtic Omen days. So this is like the days out of time, where each of the 12 days whispers the frequency of a future month. So what revealed itself for June was profoundly gentle and deeply embodied. I witnessed a lot of alone time. I had some pool time with the kids. I had this feeling of freedom rushing through me and this sense of empowerment. And I had this tender awareness around body image and this deep needed sense of sleep. And what I came to realize as I was witnessing this, that these aren't random moments. They're like energetic omens, right? They're living metaphors from spirit. They show us what the soul is calling in: stillness, joy, embodiment, regulation, and freedom without force. And they're reminding us home is no longer a place, it's a frequency. It's how you feel in your own nervous system. And it's the tone you set inside your being. So ask yourself this month, do I feel safe in my body? Do I feel soft in my heart? Do I feel seen by myself? And these questions, they hold the codes for June. You may find yourself drawn to unplug from the noise. You might want to seek more quiet. You may just want to go outside and lay in the sun. And you know what? It's not withdrawal, it's energetic integration. And so June is offering us a frequency upgrade. And the body, it's your tuning fork. So these subtle moments, being with water, being outside in the earth, maybe holding your child's laughter, maybe looking at yourself in the mirror with softness. They're realignments. And so you're not just resting, you're actually remembering who you are without the rush. You're learning how to hold more light, more truth, more you. So let the frequency of home be the space you return to again and again this month, not through effort, but through presence. I kind of want to now look at the spiritual lens, so the emotional maturity, soul attunement, because when Jupiter enters Cancer on the 9th of June, what happens is the energy will shift from external expansion to internal nourishment. So Cancer is the sign of the sacred feminine, of mothering, of emotional truth. And when Jupiter, the planet of wisdom and amplification, comes into line, it moves into this beautiful, watery, intuitive space. And so it doesn't ask us to do more. It just invites us to feel deeper. Let me repeat that. It invites us to feel deeper. Because then on the 20th of June, we're actually reaching the solstice. So it's the longest day of the year in the northern hemisphere, and it's the longest night in the southern hemisphere. And so what happens is that there's this turning point where light and emotion start to converge. And so this solstice carries a special alignment. It happens when the sun conjuncts with Jupiter in Cancer. And so this is expansion through emotional maturity, growth through gentleness, and power through presence. So this is your invitation at this point in time to ask yourself, are you mothering yourself the way your soul needs to? Are you starting to offer yourself tenderness when you're tired? Are you creating space for those emotional waves to come up and be seen and witnessed and moved through? Are you trusting your inner timing rather than pushing past your needs? And so spiritual maturity is no longer about bypassing or transcending your emotions by any means. It's about holding them, sitting with them, and listening for their wisdom. Because your divine intelligence, it speaks in ripples. It lives in the emotional tides, in the subtle sensations that you're feeling, and that sensitivity that you're tuning into. So let water become your temple. So use water, the element of water, more in your daily rituals. So even just speaking your intentions into your glass before you drink would be beautiful. Sending a little prayer into your tea and feeling its warmth become your medicine. Even like soaking in a bath and just let the water remember your name. Like simple things, even like when you cry, don't see it as a breakdown, but just see it as a beautiful cleansing blessing. You're not fragile for feeling, right? You're spiritually attuning. And when you treat your inner world with reverence, with love, you step into the kind of strength that can hold this new world. So let this month be that reminder that your softness is not the way of your soul's path, it is the way. And so this month, the body is speaking, and it's going to speak in some symptoms. And it's not to fix the symptoms, but it's like signals to follow. So you may notice that you may want to sleep a bit more. You might have some digestive issues or shifts. There might be some unexpected weight fluctuations, or you might start to look at yourself in the mirror and not quite enjoy what you're seeing, particularly as we approach Mars-Uranus square on the 17th of June, because this is a highly charged aspect that brings sudden shifts, a lot of tension and release. And it's a cosmic pressure point, and your body will feel it first. So it's not a time to panic, it's a time to pause, because this kind of discomfort isn't dysfunction, it's an invitation. Your body is metabolizing layers. It's metabolizing layers of unworthiness, of overdoing, of being seen only through what you put out into the world. Like these aren't just beliefs in the mind, they're imprints in the tissues, in our hormones, in our cells. So ask yourself, what is my body saying no to, even if I keep saying yes to it? Like, where am I still overriding my rhythm to meet someone else's pace? And can I let discomfort lead me back into presence? That's a big one. Because when we stop trying to fix the symptoms and instead feel into its message, that's where the healing begins. So this month, body empowerment may not look like big, intense workouts or hitting these goals. It might look like, I don't know, like unhooking from the mirror and just coming back into your body, back into sensation. Just feeling beautiful because you feel real, not because you performed and you're trying to reach an ideal, right? Let your body be a safe place again. Let it soften, let it express, and let it hold you like the sacred home that it is. Because when the body feels safe, the soul can fully land. And as the energetic and emotional currents rise this month, from a kinesiology perspective, it kind of offers a lot of structure. So a really grounded way to translate some of the invisible into actional support, we'll start to talk about kinesiology because I really feel it's one of the most powerful tools we have. It allows us to ask the body, not the mind, what's truly needed. So as I was saying before, with so many upgrades happening in the field, especially around the Mars-Uranus square on the 17th of June, our systems may feel more electrically charged than usual. So these planetary alignments, they start to create tension. But tension isn't inherently negative, right? It's activation. So the question now becomes, is my nervous system resourced enough to alchemize it into freedom? And so this is where your nervous system support is really vital. And you can use muscle testing this month to really tune into, well, what will support my body today? What nutrients or practices will help me feel safe to expand? And where is my system saying pause, even if my mind says push? So support might look like some cold plunges or gentle singing, magnesium or B vitamins, more salt or more sleep. These aren't like hacks by any way. What they are, they're frequency stabilizers. And so they help you and your body hold the higher bandwidth of light, of truth, and emotional intelligence that's moving in. And so we're not here to manage stress like it's a problem. We're here to rewrite that pattern, to teach the body that thriving is safe and that freedom isn't a spike, it's a state that we get to experience. So use kinesiology this month to check in, to listen beneath the noise, to remember the body already knows. You just have to ask. And a great way to do this, using a body pendulum. We all have one, and it's one of the most simplest and most intuitive ways to practice kinesiology and tap into your body's innate intelligence. It's a gentle method to receive a yes or no answer, and it's from your nervous system. So no tools are required, just your body and presence. And so here's how to use it. Ground yourself first. So make sure that you kind of stand up straight. You want to make sure that your feet are hip width apart, and just take a few deep breaths and settle into your body. And you set your intention then. So you say aloud in your mind, I ask to be guided by my highest truth, and may my body speak clearly and my mind remain open. And then you want to find your yes or no. So ask your body to show you a yes. A really simple way is just to ask, is my name Tara? And just notice which way your body moves. Most people will gently sway forward, and that becomes your yes. And so then you ask your body to show me a no. And you may say, my name is, and you put a fake name in. So my name is Betty. And your body will often sway backwards. That's your no. And so now you want to ask what your yes or no response is. So you can start to begin to test. So keep questions really clear and direct. So simple things like, does my body need magnesium today? Just feel it move forward or back. Even if you've got some supplements on you, you can hold the supplement in front of you and you say, is this the right supplement for me now? And you see if your body goes forward or back. You could even ask your body, would cold plunging support my nervous system today? And you know what? The movement, it may be really subtle. So it might be to this little gentle lean or a sense of pull, but trust it. Your body is intelligent and precise, even in softness. Okay, my exciting favorite part that I really wanted to share with you today, to really help anchor some of these themes, I created a creative embodiment ritual for you. And I invite you to download the Waves of Freedom mandala in the show notes. Or you could actually draw your own wave-inspired shape if you felt the call to. And what I invite you to do is, as you color, I want you to speak these affirmations. I flow, I soften, I rise. And so let this be a sacred pause in your day, a way to let your inner child and your inner priestess sit at the same table. And I invite you to color and tag me on Instagram at tara.hegarty. And what I might actually do is I'll choose a few women to receive a gift of high frequency tea as a thank you for honoring their inner waves. So I want to finish off with a collective affirmation just to tie everything up in a nice little bow here. And the affirmation will be, I am aligned with infinite intelligence, guided toward my highest good and my soul's true purpose. I want to thank you so very much for sharing space with me today. And if this episode resonated, come find me on Instagram at tara.hegarty. to keep that conversation going. Until next time, remember, spiritual health changes everything.